Opening up the UFC Abu Dhabi main card, we have Bryce Mitchell at his brand new weight class taking on Said Nurmagomedov. Bryce Mitchell is 17-3 in his career. He is only 2-3 in his last 5. He has been alternating wins and losses, taking on Said Nurmagomedov. 18-4 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that dogfight loss to Vinicius Oliveira. As I mentioned, Bryce Mitchell is moving down in weight. He's going down to 135 pounds for this fight. And a lot of fighters move up or down in weight. And a lot of times it makes sense. This one seems a little bizarre to me. This feels like Bryce got the shit kicked out of him in his last fight, so he's moving down. The reality is he had a lot of success at 145 pounds. His only losses are to the current world champion and then a couple of absolute killers. Like, he's not a small 45-pounder. Obviously, he's going to make 135 and he'll be fine, but I don't know what that does for him physically. I don't know what that does for his chin. I don't know. I do know he was having plenty of success at 145 pounds, so going down to 135 seems a bit odd, but we'll see how good he will or will not be. Style-wise, he is a grappler. That's it. His striking's not spectacular. He did drop Edson Barboza, was it? He dropped Edson Barboza years ago. Outside of that, he's just throwing what he can throw to set up some takedowns. If he gets a fight to the ground, he's got phenomenal control, great jiu-jitsu, unbelievable scrambles if you initiate the grappling exchanges with him. He did just get submitted, though, by Jean Silva, but that was just because Jean Silva was such a nasty, dangerous striker that Bryce was just shooting when he could shoot, and he went ahead and got ninja choked. He's taking on Said Nurmagomedov, a flashy striker. You see the last name, you assume grappler, but that is not the case. He is a flashy striker who uses his length really well. He's going to keep range. He's both dangerous inside the pocket and outside of it. He could be just a foot away from you and still kick you straight in the head. His length benefits him on the feet, but also in the grappling. This guy has more guillotine wins than I could possibly imagine. He quite literally probably has the best guillotine in MMA. He's coming off that loss to Vinicius.
What about Ryan Spann?
His was nice.
He's got a lot of them.
Yeah, and he powers. He pushes the hand up like this. That was nice. Wow. Said Nurmagomedov has come from behind guillotines, though. Literally. Said Nurmagomedov has come from behind submissions with that guillotine, like when Said Yokubub was dog walking him, taking him down, do whatever he wanted to do, then bang, got caught in a guillotine. So it is there the entirety of the fight. I'm going to pick Bryce Mitchell here. I don't like the weight drop. He might be chinny because he sucked out. The takedown attempts might suck. Like, there's a lot going on here. The problem when you get these one-dimensional guys, which is what Bryce is, when you get these one-dimensional guys, the more success they have, the more everybody knows what's coming. There are zero secrets whatsoever. Nobody is worried about a damn thing outside of Bryce shooting takedowns. And if the one and only thing you have to worry about is him shooting takedowns, you're prepared. So I'm going to pick Bryce. I don't love it. I don't think I'm going to bet on him. I don't think I trust him that much. He might actually just take down Said and get it done there because Said can be taken down. Or he might go ahead and get himself ninja choked or guillotined because Said has that length. Bryce is going to be the pick. I don't like the weight drop, but
Judy chop. You got your karate chop. You got your ninja chop.
Yeah, you're up. I thought that was your breakdown.
Oh. When you said ninja choke, and that just reminded me of. It's funny because it kind of sounds like.
That's why I thought that was your breakdown.
I showed the picture of Bryce Mitchell. I know Bryce Mitchell has like a lot of controversy, I guess, around him. But my personal experience with Bryce Mitchell, he was like the most genuine, nicest dude in the world. I sat there and he was talking to Cheeto and them interacting with each other. You could just tell he's like a genuine person. He might be a fucking dipshit on some things, but he was a pretty genuine person. So it is going to be interesting. The weight drop when he wasn't having like too many issues at 145. Like you said, he's losing to some pretty good people, but he seems to think that 135 is going to be his bread and butter. And honestly, it could be, because if you bring that wrestling and that size into a new division, I think he is probably going to get the takedowns here. Is the guillotines and the ninja chokes and the front chokes and all that stuff going to be an issue for him? Yeah, he's probably going to have to survive a couple, because Said's a guy that even if you get him fully on the back, he keeps his butterflies, he'll reach over, and he's such long enough arms he can still sneak that over. So even if you're sitting there, you can't really sit get there. He was in a tough fight in his last fight versus my guy Vinicius. Vinicius was able to kind of withstand all that stuff. Obviously, when he got into the ground, he was trying to reach over a little bit. But, like, Vinicius's takedowns were like body lock, just muscle, weird type of takedowns. Bryce does shoot actual takedowns. He gets on your leg. He's holding on to a single. His neck is exposed in a lot of situations. You saw John Silva, even before he got that ninja choke a couple times, like almost got the guillotine. It was threatening the guillotine. Saeed is always going to be live. In this matchup, he's always going to be live. So I played a little bit of an Angelo this week. My money's on Saeed in a different way. But I fully expect that Bryson, who's an underrated striker, in my opinion, I think you should just strike, get a takedown with 30 seconds to go, solidify the round. That way, if you get caught in something, you know you can survive. Not enough wrestlers do that. When they're good enough strikers, especially against a guy like Saeed, who will slow down as the fight goes on, Bryce actually has shown a couple times his last couple fights that he will slow down as well, which is kind of uncharacteristic. But against John Silva, he was really fucking tired before he ended up getting submitted. But I think you strike, tit for tat. Saeed's not like a crazy dangerous striker. Get a takedown 30 seconds to go, win the round. I think he can get the takedowns when he can get them, as long as he survives those front chokes. So I'm going Bryce Mitchell here just to kind of blanket Saeed, get a decision win. But my money's on Saeed in a little bit of a special way.
I agree. The Bryce Mitchell cardio in his last fight.
Saeed inside the distance, decisional action.
What the fuck?
Minus 150. I think that's good value. If there's finishing side, it feels like it's going to be on Saeed. Bryce Mitchell.
Probably.
I mean, Saeed, even when he gets tired, he knows how to survive on the ground. I don't see Bryce Mitchell like subbing a guy like. I mean, Saeed's so good at just like keeping his. He's so good at grappling with his legs. And when you grapple, Angelo, you probably don't know this, but when you're constantly working your legs at the bottom with the butterflies and all this stuff, it's hard for anybody to get going on top. So, with all that, the butterfly sweeps and all that stuff, and I just don't see Bryce getting a finish. He can win a decision, but if anybody's going to do a finish, I think it's going to be Saeed. And if he gets blanket, you get your money back.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a solid bet there. You mentioned the Bryce Mitchell cardio in his last fight wasn't great. And that, honestly, is because the striking from Jean Silva was just incredible. So then you start panicking.
But it really wasn't. That's the thing. Like, it was like he wasn't really landing that. I mean, once Bryce started slowing down, but Bryce was having success in the striking in the first round. John was just kind of stalking him. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, Bryce is tired. And then he starts getting hit because he got tired because he was forcing wrestling, couldn't really get the takedowns.
I think it's the brain. Like when you and I had our fight there, you literally said it's crazy. Yeah, agreed. You said it's crazy how many things were running through your head at once, and that stress.
Nothing.
Bryce was feeling that stress.
I literally was.
I see red, black.
No, I literally. I've said this, but I literally was like, because I'd never been in any type of sparring or anything. I've never done anything. I was literally so overwhelmed with information. I wasn't thinking of anything.
Yeah.
I literally was not there was not one thought that it was just like, oh, jab, oh, jab, and just try to throw back and just see what happens. But I couldn't think about what I was trying to do. I couldn't do anything. There's too much to process.
Yeah, I think Bryce in that fight was just not himself because there was a lot of pressure. He was running his mouth. He got called out. John Silva can be an intimidating guy. He's barking in your face. All these things. This fight, assuming he protects his neck, Bryce Mitchell should be able to win. And if you think he wins $8,300 in DraftKings Fantasy, probably makes a ton of sense. Because he will at least get the takedowns and the control time. But if you're on the Saeed side and you think he can go ahead and find that submission, snatch that neck, potentially knock out Bryce, which I don't see that happening, then he makes a ton of sense as well at $7,900. If you need a tiebreaker here, you want some additional insight, we have 5 cappers at WeWantPicks.com. It's me, Jacob, Artem, Betsam, and then we have an artificial intelligence, quite literally a neural net artificial intelligence that is learning based off of past results, making picks, giving you the confidence levels of those picks. We have all sorts of tools, insight, and information on the website. One package, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It's $10 for an entire freaking month. That gets you out to UFC 319. Bunch of super chatterooskies, $1.99. Nope. Already got you, pal. Next Lennon says, I can eat a Big Mac in sub 30 seconds for show. Ooh, man, I don't think so. Now, I did the minute, and I wasn't able to finish it in a minute. I went in a little too cocky. I had to take it out of the package. That took a couple of seconds. if I really, really tried, I would definitely get closer, but it was not fucking easy.
As somebody that seems like they're a competitor, you really did kind of bitch out. You quit early.
The problem is I only had one Big Mac. I didn't have two. And my thought...
Yeah, because you already had eaten the one.
My thought was...
On the way home, you get a road Big Mac.
My thought was, this is going to be easy. So I took my time, and I thought I was going to be like, see? See? And that's not... I was going to cat it. And that's just not how that went down. 270 super chat from Space Monkey. Angelo over 270 pounds, and he pulls guard. First of all, never would I pull guard ever in a million years. I'm definitely not over 270, but I'm closer than I should be. Never pull guard. Pulling guard is for pussies and wimps and women. Not happening. Pulling guard is dumb. You should quit the sport if you can't get a real takedown, you clown shoe bitch. $2 super chat from Space Monkey. Angelo owes Jake and all of us a weigh-in. I don't.
Hey, you said you're under 270, so I'd go get it.
I'm
right
under
now.
270. I'm under 270.
I don't know.
No, I'm definitely under 270.
I mean, I was watching that vlog, and there's a couple angles.
That was just not a flattering outfit, and it was only an extra large. That wasn't a 2X. That was not a flattering outfit.
I don't know, man. I think it's
not
a real issue.
I need to lose weight for sure. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise, but like, I still got these cannons, and I'll fucking wrestle the fuck out of any of you bums.
I don't know if you realize.
I didn't flex. I was just going like this. See, the light flushes out the $1.99 from Bub Collins. Jacob, been too long. Can you sit? No, he's been singing this whole fucking stream, Bub.
Angelo, what's your favorite artist?
Vanilla Ice.
Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you were.
Is this Cats in the Cradle?
Old man, look at my life.
Send this to your father.
Like you were.
Was that Cats in the Cradle?
I'm a lot like you.
Okay, we gotta be done with that.
I got something all day through.
Okay, it took $100 for me to truffle shuffle. For $2, you can derail the entire stream. Apparently,
I bet there's only like 5 people that know who that was or what's on this. What a great song, though.
I've heard that song. I don't know who it is though.
It doesn't mean that much to me, to mean that much to you. It's a great line.
That's unbelievable line. Space Monkey said, "Why do you keep ignoring my super chats?" We don't ignore them. We hit them up after the breakdown. We don't interrupt the breakdown, buddy. We got to all of them. We appreciate every last one of you, and you're cranking up that leaderboard